One great memory is on the steps of the Florida State Capitol in Tallahassee. Lema Bowie was our Nobel laureate at a PeaceJam conference at Florida State. And we brought some of the youth during the service project time to the Capitol. And Lema spoke, and then she asked students to speak, and this one young woman, high school student, began sharing her story. And she was an orphan. Her mother had rejected her, and she really was sharing kind of her pain around the loss of support from her family. So Lema came up and asked her to climb onto her shoulders and put her arms around her, around Lema's neck. And Lema picked her up on her back and said that this is an African tradition, that when somebody needs to be held and supported, that we put them on our backs and carry their burden with us. And there wasn't a dry eye, and this girl was, you can imagine, incredibly moved by that experience. But there's more to the story. This is pretty amazing. So Lema was back in Liberia, which is, where she is from. And she was hosting a conference, and she remembered this girl. This was a couple of years later, and invited her to come to Liberia to share in their conference. So the girl flew to Liberia and participated with Lema in that conference. So, that was pretty extraordinary. It's about connecting people at a deep level, and not just allowing them to meet, share a space, and be in a room together, but to share transformative experiences together that changes them as individuals and creates the kinds of connections that can be lifelong. And when you experience PeaceJam and the magic of PeaceJam with others, they become lifelong friends. Because nobody but you really can understand how this experience that you shared has changed you for the rest of your life. So it creates bonds that you can carry with you forever.